Bromwich Albion, both on and off the pitch.
Brunt is going up, applauding them for their support, even though he's just getting gestures and insults in return. He's peeling off his shirt, Chris Brunt, and I think he's been hit in the face by a missile thrown from the crowd, and all that Brunt was trying to do was give his shirt to one of the Albion fans. He wants answers to who threw something at him. A steward is having to drag Chris Brunt away here, and Brunt has refused to give the fans his shirt now, and he's handing, I think, a coin or another missile to one of the stewards, or is now having it out with the fans behind the goal. Suddenly half a dozen stewards are trying to intervene in this argument.
Just unbelievable scenes, and as a football fan, I think it's just such a horrible thing to see, and such awful behaviour. It's just not what you want to see anywhere, of course, particularly not at a football match. Police are planning to speak to Albion midfielder Chris Brunt after he was hit by a coin thrown from his own fans after their 3-1 FA Cup defeat at Reading on Saturday. Brunt had gone over to applaud the fans and appeared to be about to give away his match shirt when it happened. He was left with a cut under his eye. In the wake of this, Albion fans are rallying together to chuck coins into charity buckets to raise money for a charity of Chris Brunt's choice before the next game at home to Crystal Palace. Home and away season ticket holder Debbie Green is one of the organisers and joins me on the line now. Good afternoon, Debbie.
Good afternoon, Kath.
You were at Reading. Well, I mean, I don't really need to ask you your view on it, do I?
Simple one word, it's appalling. It was a disgrace, and for the first time, I can literally say I was embarrassed to be an Albion fan.
I mean, yeah, it does just defy logic, doesn't it, as well, for anyone to act like that to whoever. But I mean, was there a feeling in the crowd that people were angry and upset?
I know there was a lot of upset because the game was awful. We played terrible. Totally agree. But when you think about it, Chris Brunt was the only player who come over to the fans to applaud us for turning up. The other players left. I stood there and I was applauding Brunt, though it was a dismal game. I respect him for coming to say thank you. So what happened was utterly disgusting.
Just tell us about this bucket collection idea and what you're doing exactly.
Well, what actually happened, I'm only on Twitter, I'm not on Facebook. A friend of mine who's an Albion friend called Tasha put a link up on yesterday about a gentleman on Facebook who put about it'd be good to do a collection. Tasha gave this gentleman my number, and he rang me, and luckily I knew him, and he just says to me, "I haven't got time to do anything. Would I do something?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem." Had a good think, and I thought, right, it'd be good if we can do it for a charity of Chris Brunt's choice. If there was no particular charity that he wanted, then all the monies will go to the Albion Foundation, who can disperse the money into whatever places they want to do it.
Do you know if he's aware of this, Debbie?
Yes, I read on one of the links that was put on from one of the papers that they'd been in contact with West Bromwich Albion, and West Brom had put that they were aware of this, and West Brom and Chris Brunt give their blessing in what we're doing.
Well, I'm sure it's, a little bit of a silver lining on what must have been a really, difficult time. So thank you very much, Debbie. Thanks for joining us here on BBC WM tonight.
Catherine Stan Chesham on BBC WM 95.6. Your voice in the West Midlands.